Welcome one and all. This is the online learning platform of Department of Civil Engineering, BMS Institute of Technology and Management, Bangalore. I am Dr. Rajesh Gopinath and along with me is Mr. Vinod BR. We are in the Fluid Mechanics lab, and in today's session we will be explaining to you with respect to Bernoulli's theorem apparatus. So what are the learning objectives of this experiment? First, to understand the measurement of flow properties of fluids in pipes. Secondly, to realize the significance of Bernoulli's equation and the applications in civil engineering. And thirdly, to classify the various flows and deduce the total energy line, hydraulic gradient line and datum line for pipe flow. So, students, in the previous video which has been shared with you, you have already learned the theoretical concept, the application and significance of this experiment. Nevertheless, to reiterate, to repeat, we are all aware that this experiment which speaks about Bernoulli's equation in a given venturi meter is to verify that the total energy of flow is constant across all the points. That is, based on the law of energy conservation, Bernoulli's equation states that in a steady and incompressible flow of inviscid fluid, the sum of potential head, that is Z, pressure head P, and kinetic head, that is V square by 2G, is constant across all the points. Okay, with this information, with this introduction to the theoretical concept, let me explain to you and show you the various aspects or parts of this experimental setup. Firstly, we have to have the sump or the sink which houses the water for the experiment. Please remember that you need to ensure that the water is clean and free of or devoid of any floating or suspended particles. Now, behind the sump, you have the pump and motor setup. This is to transport or relocate the water into the storage tank. Okay, so now you have a regulatory valve here, that is for regulation of flow rate. For this experiment, we shall be doing only at one fixed flow rate, so we are not going to turn this. Okay, then you have a temporary storage structure wherein the water will be falling from, will be taken from the sump into this structure. So in this tank, the collecting tank, you have a piezometer. But in the experiment, we are not going to take any readings or consider them. Okay, now comes the most important part. So we saw the sump, we saw the motor and pump, we saw the temporary collecting tank, we saw the regulatory valve. Now let us come to the most important part, that is your venturi meter. Okay, so as you can see here, the water from the collecting tank. Okay, so this is your convergent section, throat and the divergent section, and at all these sections at multiple points there are pipes which are being connected to piezometers. Totally there are 10 pipes which are being connected, each of them which is leading to a piezometer. Let me show you. 1 2 3 4 5 6, which means each scale there behaves as 2 piezometers. Okay, each scale is behaving, so there are totally 10 piezometers. All right, so basically this is going to help us in determining the water level rise with respect to the point they have been connected in venturi meter. So then we have the major tank. Okay, now this is very important for us because the constant head or the datum, okay, is calculated with respect to this tank, and to assist in the calculation we have a piezometer. So please remember, we need to take the reading with respect to this tank and this piezometer. Now what do we have next? We have another collecting tank. Now in this collecting tank the water will be collected. We also have a piezometer. This is basically to carry out the experimentation for the constant head or constant time. Okay, so with this basic experimental setup, now we shall move on to the conduction part. Okay,